What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and today we're going to talk a little bit about Zero, especially since he has this unique core effect that actually casts a shield that absorbs damage for 7 seconds when attacked when his HP is 50% or less. And then he removes the shield after being hit 20 times on a 15-second cooldown. So there were actually a few questions about this that I wasn't really sure about. You know, for example, whenever the shield's up, does he just absorb all the damage, or does it just like slow down the damage, like in a way like a decreased damage received? You wouldn't think so, because it says absorb damage. And how does dot effect work against the shield? Are you still taking damage when dot's applied, or are you not? Like, are you completely invulnerable when the shield's up? So during the duration of it being up, so actually I kind of clicked in the wrong spot there. We want to go into story. So these are the questions that we want to answer. So I've actually done some testing with our boy Zero, and pretty interesting the outcome of these tests. So we're just jumping in story mode here. We're just going to get this Rugal. We're going to let Rugal beat us up a little bit. And I want you guys to notice something here. So we're just going to let Rugal kick the crap out of us a little bit here. We're going to let him kick the crap out of us. Once that shield shows up, I want you all to notice in the right above Zero's life bar, there's going to be a blue aqua colored icon that's going to have a certain amount of hits on it. There it is. It's down. Okay, so now it's got 18, 17, 16. See, and it's showing the hits down at the bottom, which is actually pretty damn cool. Now, the question that I have about this is, it's on a 15-second cooldown. So does that 15 seconds start at the beginning of the shield, or does it start after the shield has ended? Okay, so we saw the hits there. Okay, so now you can see how many hits your character is actually taking. And if you noticed, he didn't take any damage at all. He was completely invulnerable during having that shield. So we're going to bring him back in here, and we're going to check out this countdown, right? We're going to see if the countdown starts at the beginning of the shield, or if it starts after the shield has ended. So we're going to let old Rugal beat us up. Once that shield shows up, we'll see what time it is on the timer there, what the countdown is, or how much time has passed, actually. Get him, Rugal. Get him. Beat up the bad guy. Well, you're a bad guy, too. Never mind. Okay, so that showed up about 16 seconds. Okay, we're just going to dodge. We're going to dodge. Okay. And there it goes. It showed up at 33 seconds, right? 33, right? So 33 minus 16, I mean, that's about a 15 seconds. So it actually does start. So whenever the shield starts, right, the shield lasts for 7 seconds, or until them 20 hits devour the shield, right? After 20 hits, the shield disappears, or after a 7-second time period. So whenever you're playing with the character, you can actually kind of dodge and run around during that 7 seconds, and you'll actually be completely invulnerable during that 7 seconds. It's actually extremely powerful tool, right? I mean, it's super, super powerful. And you also now know that since this thing's on a 15-second cooldown, and the cooldown actually starts at the beginning of the shield, when the shield starts, really every other 8 seconds, you're not going to have the shield if you're able to dodge, run around, and avoid taking hits. And even if you do take some hits, unless you're being juggled around a lot, you're going to be completely invulnerable. He doesn't take any damage at all during that, which is pretty awesome. This is a very, very powerful effect, and there's a reason that I'm showing you all this today. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to test Dot. So we're actually going to go into the Epic Quest here, and we're going to go against our boy Shaizu. Here we go. Because Shaizu does have Dot effect, he applies Flame. And this is going to take a little bit. It's going to take a little bit for Zero to get his life down. Okay. So we're just going to let Shaizu burn the living shit out of us. Okay. So the thing that I want you to notice is whenever the shield shows up, I want you to notice if he's still taking damage during the dot. It does take a little bit of time, unfortunately. I don't have any tickets. Otherwise I'd went into the other Shaizu boss. Come on, come on. Oh, Zero's a tough old boy. We're not even doing anything and barely dying. Shield's about to go up. Okay, now. I want you to notice, are we taking any damage? Ah, crap. No, no, we aren't. We aren't. During the time of the shield, we didn't take any damage at all, right? Even with the dot being applied, we didn't take any damage. Now, we're going to let ourselves get hit again. Okay, hold on a second here. Well, I tried dodging it, didn't quite dodge it. So our shield is up. But what I want you to notice is, even with the shield up, the hits are still being applied, right? You're still taking hits. So that countdown that's going to be in the bottom of the screen above his life bar is still going to be counted down as dots applied to you. Whereas when regular attacks are applied to you, it's not, okay? So the dot, you know, his shield lasts for 7 seconds, and most of the dots last for 7 seconds in the game, except for a special case like BS Ignis's on his first skill, that shock damage lasts for 10 seconds. But, like, if you get hit by Ignis, right, and you get that 10-second dot, after the 7-second shield finishes, you're still going to take dot damage from Ignis for that last 3 seconds. But during the shield, you won't unless it does 20 hits. It's a very, very powerful effect. And the reason that I wanted to talk a little bit about this today is that we know that we're getting a DOA 6 collaboration character that is going to have this same effect. Neo Tengo, right? She's going to have the same effect, the red defensive fighter. And if you notice, she has the hit icon there. She got the shield icon, but the difference between her shield and Zero's shield is her shield actually has little balance icons. For those of you that are familiar with fighting Orochi in the Epic Quest, he does the same thing. Well, actually, Saizu does the same thing too, where you'll have this like a little balance icon spinning around them, or it'll be defense icons or attack icons. And the way that that works in the Epic Quest is you're going to do, like, for example, if Orochi has the balance icons, you need a balance type fighter to do more damage to him. If it's a defense icon, you need a defense fighter to do more damage to him, and so on. So I'm really curious about how Neo Tengo's is going to work, because Zero's is, he doesn't have any of those icons spinning around him. It's just a solid shield, right? So it doesn't matter what typing goes against him. It's going to have the same effect on him. By the way, that shield's pretty damn awesome for the Immortal Dungeons too, because again, you're going to be invulnerable during that 7-second period of the shield. And the fact that it's up every other 8 seconds, right, is, I mean, that's pretty damn awesome. It's a very, very powerful tool. In a way, it's actually better than immunity. It is. It's pretty wild. But Neo Tengo here, I'm actually really curious to see how this is going to work, because, you know, with the balance icons, I mean, she's facing an attack type character. So why the balance icon went up, I don't know. She's a red defensive fighter. So this is something we're going to have to look into whenever the collaboration shows up. I'm actually very, very curious about it. I know that her core effect is going to have that same 20 hit core effect for the shield as Zero's, because you can plainly see it right there on the screen. So this is why I wanted to talk about the shield and really just kind of shed some light on it and how it works and the effects of it. But I do think this shield effect is extremely powerful. And honestly, I think it's pretty underrated. I think that I even underrated it, undervalued this effect, because, I mean, in PvP, it's going to be so powerful. I mean, unless you can do 20 hit combos super, super fast, which characters can, that shield is going to protect you during that time and during the dot. And the fact that it lasts 7 seconds, dot effects won't be as applicable. They're not going to take damage while that shield is up. Now, if the dot effect lasts after the shield, like say the shield's only been applied for 3 seconds, and then they apply the dot after that 3-second period, 4 seconds are going to go by, and then the last 3 seconds of the dot is still going to apply to Zero. It's going to carry over just like it does with immunity, but still very, very powerful. So if their first hit applied dot, and it's a 7-second dot, well, the 7 seconds of the shield is going to absorb all of that dot effect. It's pretty damn powerful. I got to say, I really love that Netmarble's throwing out these new effects in the game, and I think it makes the game more interesting. And we know I mean, we got Zero, and now we know we're getting Neo Tingle. That's going to have a similar effect. I don't think it's going to be exactly the same because, again, she's got those balance icons spinning around her, whereas Zero don't have any at all. So let me know how y'all feeling about the shield effect that Zero has and what we can expect from Neo Tingle. And I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GMT plus 7 time. The link will be in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See ya.